Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin Stern coming at you with my regular Sunday meal, which I hope you all will enjoy. And tonight, as you can see, we have another Titan, but this one is a bit different than the previous one that I did last year, or actually 2019 is when I got that one. And that one featured freeze-dried mains that are normally found in the meal cold weather produced by Mountain House. But this one, as you can see, is Minotaur created mains. So it's the Arizona chili, which I reviewed in the Arctic field ration that Minotaur has with the same entree. But I'm not going to pull that out. Tonight will be the Fiesta Bowl. There is Pete in the house. Thanks for dropping in. So I have seen this done once on another channel. So what I'm going to do while my water gets going, there is Aletha in the house. Well, that's okay, Aletha. Thanks for dropping in, and I hope things go well tomorrow. You know, cancer stuck. Cancer sucks, so got to keep at it. So I'm going to go ahead and start pulling things out of here. I'm guessing it might be slightly different. First off the top is a vanilla shake. And it is in the black gusseted pouch. Cheese spread with jalapenos. Awesome. This is corn nuts. And it looks like some of the printing on this bag has seen better days, but, you know, all of these are gusseted pouches. The chocolate peanut spread. There is James and Angry Blacksmith in the house. Thanks for dropping in. And the chocolate peanut spread, kind of like a milk chocolate version of Nutella, but with peanut instead of the hazelnut. And then this is another change from the previous versions of the Minotaur rations. This is the instruction sheet for using these Aqua Tabs water purification tablets. So this is a strip of 10. And I have yet to be in a situation where I would have to use the water purification tablets, but it's always good to have a good supply of these. So then there's 10 of these. So off to the side they go. Dark chocolate covered espresso beans. And this is a Minotaur item, so these are awesome. A little bottle of Tabasco. Mixed berry drink mix. Excuse the printing on here. I guess these bags didn't all get printed very well. Smoothie Snack mix. This is a vanilla protein shake. So got two vanilla shakes. One is just your standard protein shake. And then this is a protein shake. So this one has some protein powder in it. premium hot chocolate. This is instant chocolate milk. This is in the original packaging that was used until got switched over to pouches like these. This is cherry drink mix. This stuff is delicious. I have yet to try the mixed berry one, so. High energy, high calorie survival food bar. This is kind of like those emergency ration bars like Daytrex or UST or Mainstay or Mayday or some Seven Oceans, or like some of my Chinese ration bars or my Russian ration bars. This is in a thicker pouch. It's meant to be waterproof. This is Mcw Star Tortillas. They're the full flat tortillas, and they're small. So compared to the standard Mcw tortillas, which are bigger, but they're folded, this is the full diameter of the tortilla. You can probably see it better on this side. But I believe there are 4 in here. But I could be wrong, but I'll find out when I open that up. This is the accessory pack. I'll just put that to the side. Oops. Chocolate mousse. Sorry, I bumped the I bumped my camera around, so sorry about that. That'll be interesting to play with. Strawberries and cream oatmeal in a big bag. So this could be prepared in this pouch. It has a Ziploc at the top. I have a second accessory kit. The pilot bread, and it's in the same type of wrapper as that survival food bar. There's 2 in there. Ooh, another pair of water purification tablets. I don't know if that was an oops. So I have 12 instead of 10. Interesting. So here are the mains. The Arizona chili with beans. This is the exact same packaging as was in the Arctic field ration, and this is the Fiesta Bowl. Freeze-dried ground beef, red and green peppers, white rice, minced onion, and seasoning. See, this one is vegetarian. So the Fiesta Bowl would be kind of like the chicken burrito bowl, except with a few different tweaks. So since this is what we'll be having for dinner tonight, the chili goes back in. I'm going to put the pilot bread back in. I'm going to put this back in. I'm going to put the oatmeal back in. Well, since I've had the cherry drink mix, that will go back in the bag. The chocolate milk we'll save for another day. I'm not sure if I will pull out one of... So I got something in mind for the corn nuts. So a mixed berry drink will stay out. The Smoothie Snack mix. I think I'll put those back in. I'll keep the chocolate espresso beans out. And I'll keep the mousse out. Now what I will do, since I will grab these accessory packs, and these are both the same. So I'm just going to put one aside, and I will open up the other one. This is just held on with a piece of Scotch tape. MRE Star crackers, cream cheese icing, SCM is sweetened condensed milk creamer spread, strawberry jam, a short spoon, which would absolutely have no chance in getting down into that. A certain trucker's favorite, jelly. True orange. There's a wet white. True lime. 1 packet of deep rich coffee. Yeah, I agree with that. 2 pieces of candy. There's pepper, sugar, these clear drink fruit punch. There's some salt. There's a packet of creamer. I won't bother with this. I'm going to be putting the jellies back in. I'm not going to use this. I'm just going to throw the water purification tablets in that bag also. And I'm getting the coffee out of the other accessory pack, so it's basically the same. Grape jelly and strawberry jam, so these are the same. Well, since I've decided on the mousse, I'm going to have to get a different bottle of water, but or just an additional one, but that's going to happen after I get the main going. I just grabbed one of these. Oh, let's see. Dub C is in the house. There's foreignemery.com in the house. I guess I missed the super chat while I was getting stuff out, but just saying hello, everyone. So thanks for that super chat. There's Puppy Breath in the house. Yeah, these bags are awesome. I'm so glad I saved these. I'm going to go ahead and start off with getting this Fiesta Bowl going. Look at all that goodness in there. So I'm going to use the sweetened condensed milk for the coffee, so I'm going to go ahead and squeeze that in. I like putting this in first because for me it seems to dissolve a little bit better when I put that in before I put in the water. So now that I have all these, this calls for 8 ounces of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my kettle and a longer spoon because I'm going to stir this before I seal it up. Because even my foreign emery spork won't go into there. I just poured the water into the bag off camera because just easier. Plus I don't want to steam you up. Now I just tuck the pouch into here. Sorry about that. I keep bumping the foam out. I think I might have to raise it up a little bit. Says let stand 18 to up to 20 minutes. I'll show you that. It says shake it every once in a while. Putting it inside here, it's a lot easier to shake because I can hold it without getting my fingers too hot. Now I'm just stirring the coffee. What I did was I set the tortillas on top of my coffee mug. And I'm going to take the cheese spread and tuck it into this bag next to the main. I have the mixed berry drink mix. Oh yeah, this is the one this is like a different, I've actually had this one. This is different, but it's kind of like the ice sports drink that comes in Canadian rations, but the flavor is just a little bit different. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm just going to pour a little bit of the water into the bag. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff stuck on the side. And I'm hoping that with shaking it up, and only using a little bit of the water, I can get that off. Still a little bit of stuff on the side, but I'm using my long spoon with the handle end to stir it. And I'll just pour a little bit more water into the bag, just try to get all the rest of the goodies out of it. And that did it. Got it all out. So there is the mixed berry drink mix done. Now this mousse only requires 10 seconds to sit after you mix it. It requires 4 ounces of water. So I don't quite have enough in here. There's probably about an ounce left because this bottle holds 9 ounces. Sunday spoons. Yeah, those long white spoons in the IMPs up to 2017, they're pretty darn long. They're great for now that one would be a great one to put with this, especially if you're going to eat it right out of the bag. So I'm not going to do this quite yet. And as far as this shake, since I have 2 vanilla shakes here, I can let you all decide which one of these to open up. Just the standard vanilla shake or the protein shake. Yeah, there you go, Dubsy. Someone's putting a bug in your ear. Both of these require the same amount of water, 8 ounces. So I would have to get another glass to put that in. I also have a bowl out here to put the pudding or the mousse in after it's mixed up. I thought that I might need that for the Fiesta Bowl, but I should be able to put that in here. If these crackers are not too badly damaged, because they are bent, you can see how bent they are. And I may go ahead and hit it with this. But then again, I may save these crackers for the Arizona chili. Oh. Then again, I have that pilot bread that I could put this on. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put these back and I'll get the pilot bread back out. There, I put the other crackers back and I got the pilot bread. And I'll go ahead and put this chocolate peanut spread on these. So I'm going to flip these tortillas over, let my coffee warm the other one, the other side of the pack. So I see more votes for the protein shake. So this one will go back in the bag. So I will need to get another bottle of water, and I will get another glass to put the protein shake in after it's mixed. This is what the powder looks like inside. And it goes up to about here, so there's not a whole lot of room for water, so I'm just going to pour part of the water in. It says shake for 30 seconds. I'm going to put a little bit more water in since some of the powder has absorbed, and I'm gonna shake it some more, but not quite as vigorously. Oh, by the way, I got my foreign emery box. I just haven't opened it yet. I will go ahead and pour this out. But I will need a little bit more water to get the rest of that out of there. I'm just going to finish off this other bottle. So this is nowhere near. I'm just adding more water to get the rest of it out of there. Then I'll give it a stir after I pour the rest of this in the glass. It looks like a thick milk. These are milk-based shakes. So the shake is done. Now the rest of the water I won't use all of this other bottle, but the rest of my cold water I will save for the mousse. Of course, I won't use that entire contents of that bottle. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this another shake. Oops, sorry about that. So while I wait for that to sit, I'm going to open up these other items. I have a bag off to the side that the trash will go in. I love the smell of these chocolate covered espresso beans. So those will go there. I'm opening up the corn nuts. I'll go ahead and put these here. I'm collecting my trash that I've accumulated over here, so just to get it out of the way. You know, the tear notch is below the top of the pilot bread, but maybe make it work, so ooh, I got a hiss out of that. There we go. This is a top side, bottom side. These pilot crackers are very good for your long-term food storage, especially if they're packaged in a way that allows for long-term storage. Mountain House has a can, a number 10 can of pilot crackers you can get. Future Essentials has smaller cans of pilot crackers that you can get. Then Sailor Boy has the boxes. What I did with the 2 boxes that I got, I put them inside. I took the bags out of the boxes. I opened up the bags, and I put those inside of that bag that had my Russian vegetarian ration in, and then I threw oxygen absorbers in there, and then I heat sealed it. So I'm kneading up the chocolate peanut spread. Old Smokey opened up a packet of this last night in his stream and put it on a cracker. So he was very excited to get that because he really wanted some, and he had a packet on standby in case the ration didn't have one, but he had some of that, so So there is some of that. I'm just going to put that there. So there is the chocolate peanut spread. Now I'm tearing open the mousse. Because this bag is so big, I would have no issues in putting the full amount of water in there. Smells like cocoa mix. This one says shake up 40 seconds. Sorry about that. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Let me fix that. Oop. There we go. Sorry about that. It only says allowed to stand for 10 seconds, but I think I'm going to let it sit in there a little while longer. I'll probably give it another shake. But now I think it's time to check on this. Well, this looks like it has fully hydrated. Uh-oh, I think I sprung a... the cheese is warm because I had it next to this. I just moved my pilot bread off to the side because I don't want to get any of this on it. I'm just giving it a stir just to make sure that everything is rehydrated. And it looks like it has, so Well, I got a little bit of it, of the rice on my espresso beans, but I'll fix that. So there it is. I'm going to go ahead and open up the tortillas. Not only have these warmed up, they've kept my my coffee warm. Because they trap the heat. Oh, nope, I was wrong. There are 3. Three little tortillas. So I will put these here. So warming them did keep them a little more pliable. I'm going to shift my tray to the right because I'm going to go ahead and open up the mousse. Well, it is quite liquidy, so I think 8 ounces might be a bit much for this. Because it is quite liquidy. Actually, what I might do, I might go put this mousse. See, I don't know if you can see how well it's loose. It's really, really thin. I got an idea. I'm gonna just put this bag in the fridge and see what happens, and then I'll bring it back out in a few minutes. I left the bag open, so I'll just put that bowl back there with the long spoon in it. I think it's time to start tasting some stuff. So I have the Tabasco here. Then off to the side, just out of my kitchen, some red pepper flake and some cilantro. I'm going to sprinkle a bit of cilantro on it, just for the heck of it. But I'll take a taste from a spot that didn't get the cilantro. Here is a bit of the beef by itself. That rehydrated very well. But it could use a little bit of a kick. So what I think I'm going to do, Sprinkle some red pepper flake. I think that should be enough of that. Now I'm going to take another taste of it. That does help, but you know what? I'm going to crack open this little bottle of Tabasco. Well, I didn't get a whole lot of it out of there, but we'll give this a try, see how well that worked. I may add more. There is the Carlos in the house. Thanks for dropping in. I'm going to check the chat. There is Karen Miller. There is a new face in the chat. Thanks for dropping in. I don't think I shook it too hard. I think it's just that sometimes it doesn't quite mix up the way the directions it make you think it might, but that's why I decided to go put it in the fridge and let it sit in there with the bag open just to see how that works. So while these tortillas are still a little bit pliable, I'm going to open up my cheese spread. It's a cheese spread with jalapeno. I'm going to put a little squirt of that on there. So a mini taco. the cheese spread with the jalapeno will definitely kick it up a bit. But because these tortillas are really small and there's a whole lot of this, I'll just end up just shoveling it in my mouth. Of course, another thing I could do, open that back up, toss a couple of the corn nuts in there. That actually helps it out a whole lot. And you get a little bit more of the salty flavor, but you get that crunch, which can be very good. But this Fiesta Bowl, you can do so much with this. Yeah, James, that is right. Texture does help a lot. And you get a little bit with the rice, the veggies, and the meat, but when you add the corn nuts in there, that definitely does help out. I'm so glad I got the cheese spread with jalapenos. Of course, when I do the Arizona chili next time, I'm going to have a little fun with it. You'll just have to wait and see what I do with that. But I have something pretty cool in mind. Well, the steak does sound good. That should be a good one. I'll just add a drink of the coffee. By the way, this is the inside of a corn nut. Somehow this one got split, but if you've ever wondered what it looks like on the inside, there's an even better look. I'm going to take a taste of this vanilla protein shake. It's not extremely sweet. I can just pick up the vanilla. It just tastes like a thick milk, but you can kind of taste that protein ingredient in there, but it's actually not too bad. Some have tried mixing these shakes with coffee. I have not done that yet, but who knows? I'm going to take a taste of this. I do like this better than the ice sports drink from the Canadian IMP. Even though that one is not too bad, I like that one just a little bit better. But I think it would be nice to do a side-by-side comparison between these two, like I've done with some of the other drink powders from different sources. I'm going to try something a little different with this last tortilla. I'd put the corn nuts on the bottom. Now we'll see how well this works. I didn't get a corn nut in that bite, but I'll get one in another bite. Yep, I do like doing it this way. Although I lose some of my goods out the other end. That is definitely the way to go, but having bigger tortillas would definitely be a good idea. Oh well, I can still do it this way. Just put the cheese on there. This has cooled down so much so the cheese won't quite melt, but if I would have done this one and I had just taken it out of the bag, then the cheese probably would melt a little bit, but that's okay. Toss a few of the corn nuts in there. It could probably use a little bit of black pepper, but I'm just not going to bother adding it since I've added the Tabasco and the chili flake. I think the black pepper would just get overshadowed unless I really dumped a load on there, and I really don't want to do that. That little tiny packet just would not be enough. But this is perfectly fine the way it is. I'm definitely going to enjoy polishing this off. I'm going to take a nibble off of this pilot cracker with this chocolate peanut spread. The peanut taste and the chocolate taste are pretty balanced in this. It's not overwhelmingly chocolate, but it's not overwhelmingly peanut butter. The ones that you buy in the store are probably a bit on the sweet side for some people. Of course, the next thing I could do, just for a little fun, put an espresso bean on it. That little hit of dark chocolate and that little hit of coffee and that extra bit of crunch, that definitely works. Yeah, you could definitely do that and get away with it. Now this protein shake is probably one of the better ones that I've had. I haven't had too many of these protein shakes, but this one's actually pretty good. It's just hard to mix with the full amount of water in those little pouches. You'd want to do what I had seen Dave's 45 Auto when he reviewed a coffee flavored shake. There was no way to get enough water in that bag, so what he did, he just got his cocktail shaker and used that to shake the crap out of it. But you could easily do that in a larger bottle with the lid that gives you enough room to shake it. And you'd still get the same effect. Maybe I'll do that next time. I'll pour the shake powder into a bottle and then put the water in there and then shake it up in that. And then if I use the right kind of bottle, I could just drink it right out of that bottle, not even bother with the glass. I'm going to toss a few more of these corn nuts in here. I just got a nice bite of the jalapeno cheese. I would definitely take this on a trip. And if I really wanted to, since I know how I would want it seasoned, I would open up the pouch, throw in a little of the cilantro or red pepper flake, and have it already in there when I go to put the water in to mix it up. Heck, I could even, I would use chili powder if I wanted to add substitute for the Tabasco, or just, since I have a bunch of these, I could easily throw this in my camping food bag. I'll probably use the rest of this in the Arizona chili when I go to do that. So that's one hint of what I'm going to do with that Arizona chili when I go back for that. I think what you see me do with it is, I think that'll give you an idea. So if you had that same thing or something similar, you could do that. But for now, I'll just leave it at that, and you'll just have to tune in to see what I do. Now I'm going to go back into the kitchen. I'm going to get the mousse and see if it's thickened up any. still appears to be quite liquidy. Maybe what I'll do is I'll shake it again and you'll be able to see it as it comes out of the bag. Well, it's still quite soupy. I would call this a chocolate soup. So, next time I get one of these, I'm not going to use the full 8 ounces of water. I'm going to go maybe 5. Oh, it tastes like it should be a mousse. It tastes like it should be light and airy, but it's just very liquidy. That's okay, you know, you got to take care of stuff. I can basically drink this. That's how thin it is. It should not run off the spoon real fast like that. A good one, Pete. That was a good one. I do like the flavor of this. It's not right for a mousse. It should be a lot thicker. Of course, if I really wanted to, I could get my stick blender and force some air through it, but I'm not going to bother with that. But it is what it is. I'll still enjoy it because I do like the flavor. I just moved it aside to recenter my tray. But I want to go back to this. This stuff is pretty darn good. I think Bob knocked it out of the park with this, even though I added a couple of my own ingredients on top of some of the Tabasco. Everything rehydrated very well. The rice is not mushy. The veggies are fine enough that they didn't take long to rehydrate, but you can still pick out that they're there. And the meat is in small enough pieces that it rehydrated very well. And putting the cheese and the corn nuts in there also adds a little bit to it. Personally, I think any meat would do well, and this would be a chicken or see, lamb or goat. And those who eat pork would probably love this with pork in it. Yeah, it does look like fried rice. I could have easily gone Asian with it and gotten my Chinese 5-spice powder to put in there. I don't have any little soy sauce packets. Oh yeah, lamb is good stuff. I love lamb. And I've had a few lamb rations that were pretty darn awesome. Sean mentioned halal jalfrezi with lamb. I enjoyed that. The lamb stew in the Canadian IMP, that one was really darn awesome. I would definitely go for that one again. And if you get a chance to get that one, I would definitely go for it. And next week, I'm going to go back to the Russian box that has the vegetarian stuff in there. But I think I'm going to have a little fun with that one too. Oh, I missed his stream, but if it was the jalfrezi with lamb, if that's the one that I think you're referring to, I really enjoyed that. I would get that again. And one day I do hope to buy a full case of halal MREs. Preferably a newer one with improved packaging for some of the items. I think it was last year, Steve 1989 had a newer version of the jalfrezi with lamb, and the snacks, like the pretzels and the corn nuts or whatever, little cookies, they were in packets that are more like this than really thin silver bags, which don't hold up very well. But if they're in something like this is better protection, and they'll stay good longer. But the one that he opened up was a jalfrezi with lamb. But if I can get some halal MREs in a full case that have the improved packaging, I would definitely do it. I keep looking at rations on eBay, and I have seen some of the newer halal British ORPs and the German EPAs that are NATO compliant for like NATO specific missions, or the mains have to be halal. which means approved for a Muslim to eat, and a Jew could eat them as well, because the dietary guidelines are very similar. But I do want to get some of those to try out, but the shipping on those buggers is nuts. Plus, I would have to be concerned if customs would raid them. So that's why I haven't really been going for those. Plus, I've been spending my money on other things that I know that I will either have need of now or in the future, and including what I got with my stimulus check. I have ordered a few items that will show up in some mail calls. So I have a few of those items, and I'm waiting on some others, but they'll be done in a few different videos. And I also spent some of it on some supplements at Walgreens. I was there to pick up a prescription, and I decided to pick up some supplements as well, along with some other things, and I hit on some either buy one get one free deals or buy one get one half off. So I went for those, and I love it when I can do that, because that means on certain ones, if I use one bottle, I keep that one in with my other supplements and my meds, then I put the other one in my emergency supply stash, so that I can have them for if for some reason I can't go to a store to get more, for whatever reason, then I have them. Plus, I'm going to take advantage of my my benefit I get from my health insurance that allows me every quarter I can get $80 worth of qualifying products such as supplements, OTC meds, some medical devices. Oh yeah. In fact, I didn't even buy TP this month because I have been loading up. So the last time I bought it, I got a buy one get one half off, or it's buy one get one free. So I got 2 12-packs. So I started using those last week, and so that will get me through the rest of this month. Plus, I still have plenty stashed away, so if I can't get any for next month, I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to stick another bean on the cracker. I have been advising locals here that only started getting into prepping because of the Big Nasty and because of the derecho that smacked Iowa in August, plus a couple other states. You know, you got to prep smart. You know, you do a little bit at a time instead of trying to buy a whole year's worth of stuff all at once and possibly make yourself unable to pay a bill. You know, that's the way you do it. So that's what I've been doing for the past few years. I've been adding to my supplies bit by bit. And if anyone who watches this who uses the EBT SNAP card, SNAP is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly known as food stamps. People still call it that. But if you have that card, I don't know what it's going to be like for this year, but starting in, I think, April of last year, people who use the SNAP cards for food assistance got their monthly allotment jacked up to the maximum allowable as if they had no income and had all the qualifying expenses. That was part of what was, I think, part of the CARES Act bill. The first, where the first stimulus check came out of that same bill. But if you use the SNAP benefit, you have been getting the maximum allowable for your state. Then you take advantage of that and buy medium to long-term food that you can stash away in addition to what you would normally eat for the month. Then that's what you do. And some food pantries, through various means, have been able to give out a little bit more food as well every month. And if people use food pantries, that's another way to add to their food supply. And I have been given gifts of food by some people here who don't even know I prep. But they've been getting subtle hints because I tell them, you know, I've been stocking food. So that's the way to do it, a little bit at a time. Like all of the unused things from the rations that I get, I save all those. The salt, peppers, sugars, creamers, you know, other things like that. If I don't use a hot sauce, I save it. So I have a few of these in my fridge. I got a few hot diggity dogs from British Rations. I have yet to open one of those, but I hear that stuff is pretty potent. You probably need a quarter of that stuff to equal same, you know, for the same amount of heat as this. Yeah, I could do that. That's okay. You probably got to go to work in the morning. So thanks for dropping in, and again, thanks for that super chat. But I will open that box. I'm actually going to wait to open that one when I get another box that I want to do both of those boxes at the same time. By the way, go check out foreignemery.com. You can get some of the Norwegian Arctic field rations. You can get some of the DAF rations, the Chilean ones. I have the Salmon Paella. I'm so looking forward to digging into that one. Yeah, I like salmon. I have never had a real paella, but I'm definitely looking forward to the Chilean take on it. Plus, the Foreign Emery has the U.S. rations. Not the meal cold weather that I want. I've been after that Mcw Seafood Chowder for a while, and I haven't been able to score one. Now, Old Smoky opened up a case of MCWs from 2018 last night. So that one has a seafood chowder in it. But he got into the turkey tetrazzini. I enjoyed that one. When I got a second turkey tetrazzini MCW in an ammo can gift box that I got off of Foreign Emery, I gave that one to Aletha. And I think she liked it. As some people would like the seafood chowder, oh, now Pete, I bet that one, or no, let's see, I better check. Oh, De Carlos, yes. I bet that one was closer to the authentic Spanish paella. After all, France and Spain are neighbors. I think this thing needs a little bit more chocolate peanut spread on it. But I bet that was good. I don't know why I keep wanting to put beans on there. Oh yeah, that does sound like it would be really good. As the Smurfs, I don't know about that. I don't think Smurfs were harmed in the making of this drink. Ooh, yeah, I am definitely going to watch that one when you put that one up. Because that sounds like it's pretty darn good. Oh, there is Mel in the house. Thanks for dropping in. Sorry, I ate all of the main entree, which is it's called Fiesta Bowl. It was rice with green and red bell peppers. It had some ground beef in it. It had a few seasonings in it, but I added a little more. This is a chocolate peanut spread, kind of like a peanut version of Nutella. And these are dark chocolate covered espresso coffee beans. There is RL in the house. Thanks for dropping in. Yep, I ate all of that beef with rice. This is supposed to be a chocolate mousse, but I used the amount of water that was called for. It just came out very liquidy. And I even put it in the fridge for a while with the bag open. As you can see, it's very, very, it's not as thick and light as a mousse should be. It tastes like it should be, but see, it should not run off the spoon like that. I mean, it runs off like a sauce. The flavor is good. The bag, oops, sorry about that. I got disconnected. When I first opened the bag to put the water in, it smelled just like cocoa mix, as if I just opened up a bag, the bag that has the premium hot chocolate mix. It smelled just like that. Yeah, I could use a straw. But I could do what the Japanese do when they're drinking their green tea. Drink right out of the bowl, because when you go to a Japanese tea ceremony, you don't get your green tea in a cup, you get it in a bowl. No handle. Yeah, I mean, it does have the consistency of a shake. So I would just call this a chocolate shake. So I guess you could say I have 2 shakes tonight instead of 1. But if I ever get this mousse again, I might actually get my stick blender and give that a whirl in there, and that should put the air into it, as if I was making a whipped cream. But I put some of these corn nuts in there. I had 3 little tortillas that are not much bigger than this pilot cracker. In fact, the tortillas were just shy of the diameter of this bowl. They're MRE Star tortillas instead of the mil-spec ones. That would be like this. So there's 2 larger tortillas. They're folded. And so the MRE Star ones, there are 3 of them. They're not folded, but they're very small. But if I get this main entree again, I could definitely have some fun with it. Someone said it looked like fried rice, so I could go Asian with it next time and put some Asian spin on it. These corn nuts are just like the ones that you would buy in a store. The original flavor. They're a little bit better, in my opinion, than the corn nuggets, which they're lighter. They're lighter in color, they're lighter in texture. They're still crunchy, but sometimes you can get a bad batch and the flavor's just totally off. Yeah, I'm putting the coffee bean on there just because I like it. Yeah, those were bad. I tossed those. They just were too far gone. It's very rare that, we get something in a ration that is just totally off. Just, you don't want to smell it, let alone eat it. That canned bread that I bought last year, it was from a sea ration. I wanted to get one of those to open it up to look at it, to see what kind of bread the troops had back at that time. That would have been during the Vietnam War era, if I figured the dates on those cans. But although it was cool to look at it, to cut it open and see what it was like on the inside, it just smelled nasty. And I threw that can away. I kept the one that had the crackers and the cocoa mix in it. Now that one was perfect. Those crackers were not stale at all. They're perfectly fine. I enjoyed eating those. I think there might have been something up with the packaging on those corn nuggets to cause them to go bad, or maybe it was a bad batch. I don't know. They were just too far gone. But sometimes you get some that are older and they're absolutely fine, like those crackers were that I got out of that can. I would have to, yeah, I don't currently have room in my freezer to put this in there. Otherwise, I would actually just take this bowl and put it in the freezer, but I might put it in the fridge and then just leave it overnight and then just eat it tomorrow and see what happens just sitting in there all night. I could put it outside, but I would have to cover it, and I just don't care to be bothered with that. But I'll eat it if even if I have to just end up drinking it. This Minotaur vanilla protein shake. It's kind of like a thick milk. The vanilla is not all that strong, but it's not sweet like it's. I don't think it's even half as sweet as this. But you can kind of taste that protein in it, but that's not an overpowering taste. Only problem with the way that it's packaged is you can't put the full amount of water in it that it's called for. So just like what I did with this, I put part of the water in there so I have enough room for shaking. And then I shake it, and then I add a little bit more water to it. I did the same thing with this mixed berry drink. I didn't put the full 8 ounces because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to seal the pouch. I just put part of it in, shook it up, and then I poured it out and then just put some more water in the pouch, shook it to get all the rest of that stuff that was kind of stuck to the side. And that worked out. I think this is gonna do it for that chocolate peanut spread. Not much left, but that's okay. Oh wow, I've gone over 2 hours. I guess you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. Well, I guess someone must have bought them all up. I haven't been to a Dollar Tree in quite some time. But I have to take a bus a fair distance to get to a Dollar Tree. Oh, that's as handy as a pocket on a shirt. That's a saying that my late dad had. He used to say that a lot. He was one of those that absolutely had to have shirts with pockets, even if it was a plain t-shirt. Even after he quit smoking, he had to have shirt pocket. Well, that's good. If you go there with a cart, or I've seen people use a backpack, like a large capacity backpack for grocery shopping. But since my cart broke, I've been using my biggest suitcase to do my grocery shopping. Yeah, you know, it could be like a military style pack, say like you know, I have a 75-liter Polish pack that has the 3 pockets. It doesn't have any molly on it, but it has a couple of attachment points on the side. I could strap something to the side of it, and it has a way of sectioning off the bottom, so if I wanted to put a sleeping bag in the bottom, or just completely section that off for something that I might not want to get at right away, or just leave it open. And the lid just has a tiny little pocket on the top, but the hip belt doesn't have pouches, so I got a couple of pouches to put on there. But I use that for my camping pack. I have another pack that I got that was an English-made military-style pack that has a molly on it and a detachable bag that you can carry as its own pouch, or you know, like if you want to carry it like a sling bag or something like that. But after I got it, I took it to Walmart and put my groceries in there. But the that worked for the amount of stuff that I was getting. And it was raining, so that protected my stuff that I had in there. But that one was a bit, as people were kind of weirded out by that. But when I told them that, I'm carrying my groceries in it, because I want to see how well it would hold up to the load. But that one is my bug out bag. Well, that's okay. I'm probably going to close this up pretty soon since I've been on here over 2 hours. And I'm going to... I'll finish off this, and I'll finish off my espresso beans, and I'll finish off my drinks. I'm going to put this in the fridge to let it sit overnight and see what happens. And I'll just enjoy it tomorrow. But it is good. I really like the flavor of this. It's just that it needs less water than what it calls for. Or if I really could have skimped on the water and turned it into a pudding. But I'm going to go ahead and call this one done. I do thank you all for watching. And again, next week I'm going back to the Russian vegetarian box and pulling a few other items from my stash to make it a complete meal. And I would be able to do that one more time. But, yep, so that's what I'll be doing next week. And then the week after that, Salmon Paella. I'm going to get into that DAF ration. And I got something cool I'm going to do with a couple of the items in that. So, do come out for that. So, 7 o'clock U.S. Central Time, 8 Eastern every Sunday. So, again, thank you all for watching. And again, thanks to Foreign Marie for dropping that super chat. That's greatly appreciated. So, catch you on the flip side.